Does size matter? No, I'm not talking about your genital or sexual preference or even the compatibility of your Pokemons, but instead your clothing sizes. Recent years, it has become virtually impossible to answer the question what's your size, as brands have changed their measurements to make shoppers feel skinnier, so much that today's size 6 used to be a size 12 back in 1958. Such transitions reflect the reality of body shaming in the fashion industry, but it nonetheless brings attention to the fact that people are getting fatter, much of bigger in size due to overconsumption of food. But not just any food, fast food in particular. Let's look at this graph. Data shows that starting from the late 70s, Americans are spending almost 10% of their total food expenditure on fast food. With better understanding of nutrition over the years, you would think chains like McDonald's and KFC would be out of businesses. However, as they become the leading fast food chains, it only shows that the phenomenon has worsened. Recent study even shows that the expenditure has increased to 19% in 2018. Besides the well-known health consequences, such as hypertension and diabetes when overconsumed fast food, the phenomenon also creates an unsustainable eating habit that leads to increased carbon footprint. Let's take McDonald's Big Mac for example. In order to produce those 2 all-beef patties burger, it takes 4 kilograms of CO2 equivalent gases, which is the same as driving a car 6 miles. According to the meat eater, large part of emission is from cows. During the enteric fermentation process, the cows produce methane, which is 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide. The rest is through long-distance travel and energy usage. With almost 550 million Big Macs are sold each year in the US, McDonald's is the biggest influencer in reducing carbon emission. Of course, asking McDonald's not to sell one of its best menu is ridiculous, though the second best solution is to offer alternative sources for beef. It is estimated that if 10 to 15% of the global animal protein consumption were replaced with small footprint sources, such as insects, plants, aquacultures, and cell cultures, CO2 would reduce to meet 2030 goal. Exciting technology does exist. Impossible Foods has successfully invented a burger that tastes just like meat in lab. By inserting genes that code for soy protein into species of yeast and feed it with sugar and mineral, engineers replicate the process of natural growth, with similar taste and look but produce only eighths of greenhouse gases. The substitute meat can potentially change the way we eat. The challenge, however, remains to first keep the price equal to other protein, and second, keep the taste and texture similar. Another approach is through raising costs in a sustainable manner. Cassia Networks, an LOT solutions provider, is able to monitor the status of costs 24/7. This includes their health, location, and mental state, but importantly to oversee the irrigation system with efficiency, collectively to reduce carbon footprint in general. Despite increased public awareness of the topic and shifted mindsets from the stakeholders, the sustainable food future will need more than just changing our eating habits, but an awareness of our impact could be the first step in resolving the conflict we have with our overconsumed food culture and in building a more sustainable food production. Thank you.